Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to explain a proper diaphragmatic breathing and a way to apply it in a daily life, training or in your breathwork practice, like in the methods like Wim Hof method or breathing technique Oxygen Advantage or the other breathing techniques that you can find. Firstly, I'm going to briefly explain what is diaphragm, its functions and activations of intra-abdominal pressure. So, the diaphragm is our main breathing muscle. It is located under our lower ribs and it's shaped like a parachute. It contracts continually as you breathe in and breathe out. It separates our stomach and chest cavities, and what is really important to realize that it is formed by striated muscles, so it means that we can consciously control it. The diaphragm has breathing and stabilization functions, but it is also important in expulsive actions such as coughing, sneezing, vomiting or crying. Use of whole potential of the diaphragm with correct activation of intra-abdominal pressure can help you to strengthen the diaphragm and improve postural and locomotion function. So it can increase your core stabilization during the movement and improve your body posture. At the beginning, you should realize what are the three stereotypes of breathing from biomechanical point of view. So here it is. First one is upper thoracic type of breathing, or high chest breathing. Is the most common type of breathing during the stressful situations or in persons with a sedentary job. These breathing stereotypes are most dangerous and unnatural for a human being. It's a root of the many problems in the trapezius muscles, neck muscles, and it can create a lot of pain in other parts of your body. Second one is a middle type of breathing, lower thoracic, between the diaphragm and the fifth thoracic vertebra. As a coach, this is the most common type of breathing stereotype I come across. It is not completely incorrect, but there is a better way of breathing that is the most useful and natural for humans. The third one is a lower abdominal stereotype of breathing. From diaphragm to the pelvic floor, the correct breathing should be light, slow, diaphragmatic, and of course through the nose during the rest. But I hope you can realize now that chest breathing is something you should avoid. Are there any differences between belly breathing and diaphragmatic breathing? First of all, breathing into the belly doesn't equal to the diaphragmatic breathing. Breathing to your belly is fine, but you should realize one important thing, and that is that the diaphragm is located all over under your chest, not only in the front. So if you will watch a video about belly breathing, the directions of the breath will probably go only to the front, but to use diaphragm properly and to do a correct diaphragmatic breathing, you need to breathe also to the sides and to the back of your body too. Also, breathing to your belly can be risky in some cases. Imagine if you are doing Wim Hof's breathing exercise and you are over breathing and pressing only to your front abdominal area, you can create diastasis on your abdominal wall. It has happened to me also when I was doing Wim's breathing every day for the long period of time. It doesn't have to be your problem too, but it is good to know that possibility exists. Next risky thing can be a problem with the lower back pain. In case your position is not optimal and you have your diaphragm and pelvis in open scissor posture, it can lead to pain in your lower back. And also people with hernia of disc should be really careful with the correct position. So, to do a diaphragmatic breathing correctly, you need to breathe also to the sides and to the back of your body too, not only to the front of the abdominal wall. Is there a connection between core strength and diaphragm? Of course there is. Strength of the diaphragm has a huge impact on overall core power and stabilization on the whole body. So, in order to learn how to strengthen the core, you should know how to activate intra-abdominal pressure. And when we activate intra-abdominal pressure correctly, we can see that our stomach area is shaped like a cylinder. If people don't know how to activate it, they usually start to tighten their rectus abdominis, in other words, six-pack abs, and then it looks like an hourglass. The real core strengthening is only in case when all core muscles are in balanced cooperation. It includes multifidus, diaphragm, transversus abdominis, obliques, and muscles of pelvic floor. When you are using only six-pack during the exercise, like plank for instance, you are not in balance and you also overload the lower back muscles. It can cause you problems, of course, after some times, but if you use correct intra-abdominal pressure while working out, you are using all core muscles properly and in good cooperation. It is not necessary to keep intra-abdominal pressure all day. It is just a good exercise of your diaphragm, which will be more efficient during the rest of your day or training. I recommend to do the activation of intra-abdominal pressure before your training or in the morning before you start to work. You will have better postural and locomotion control during a movement, and also your diaphragm will be better in its stabilization function. How to do it? Okay, lay down on your mat. Place your head to be in one line with the body. You can use a pillow if necessary. Bend your knees or put a blanket under your knees to avoid open scissor position of your diaphragm and pelvis. Place your hands between your lower ribs and pelvis. Feel your diaphragm widening with inhalation. Activate the intra-abdominal pressure and create pressure to your hands. They will expand with this pressure to all of the sides of your body, of your stomach cavity. But the most important part is the exhalation. Because during the exhalation you keep your hands placed in the position and you continue to keep pressure on. So your hands should not go into your belly area. Do this exercise from beginning 8 to 10 times, for example. Remember, your belly should be shaped like a cylinder, and you should not activate only abdominis recti, but all of the core muscles correctly. Keep in mind that you can't do this for all day. It's an exercise, so do it in the morning or before your training. How can you use those information for your Wim Hof method practice? Definitely you should apply the localized breathing before or after the Wim's breathing exercise. It is simple. Just follow the instructions and continue to watch the video. So, get to the position and lay down on the mat. Your focus is firstly in your position. Head, shoulders, diaphragm, lower back and legs. To avoid an overload of your neck muscles, your head should be in one line with the whole body. Put the pillow under your head if necessary. Your shoulders have to be relaxed and free. Check your diaphragm, belly and lower back to avoid the problems with the lower back pain and diastasis. Get the body to one line. Maybe you will need to bend your knees or at least put a pillow under your knees. You want to have an optimal chest and pelvis alignment where spine is upright, pelvis is in neutral, diaphragm is horizontal, and then there is ideal distribution of intra-abdominal pressure and optimal coordination. Remember, you should avoid to open Caesar posture, where a spine is extended, pelvis is tilted forward, diaphragm is oblique, because then you don't get an optimal intra-abdominal pressure and incoordination of the stabilizers. Now, place your palms on your belly, but a little bit lower to the lower abdomen. Breathe in and out through your nose to the area where your palms are placed for 5 times. Then put your hands between your ribs and pelvis from the sides. Breathe in and out to your hands for 5 times, and after that change the position of your hands. Place your palms on your mat under your lower back from the sides and try to breathe in and out with the directions to your hands. You can do this localized breathing before and after the Wim Hof breathing exercise. It will definitely help you, and it will help to your biomechanics of breathing. Why not to learn how to speed up warming up after cold exposure? Improve your horse stance with correct intra-abdominal pressure. Firstly, get to the position of the horse stance. Check your pelvis if it is in neutral position, because we already know that only if in neutral position we can properly activate the intra-abdominal pressure. Now, when you are in the position of horse stance, start to move with your hands as you do normally during the horse stance. Breathe in and out through your nose and direct your breath to the all 3 sides, front, sides and back. Belly, sides and to the back. With the next inhalation, try to push your hands out from your belly, from the sides and from the back. During the exhale, keep the pressure on and continue with the horse stance. If you want to know another special exercises for warming up, let me know in the comment. But for now, try to do this and you will see how you will get warmer faster. So follow up the guidelines, and I hope it will help you to improve your biomechanics of breathing and your stabilization function of the diaphragm. If you like a video, share it with your friends, and also if you want to help me to grow our YouTube channel, then click on the subscribe button and never miss any new video. For those who want to access to unique physio exercises, join our Invisible Performance newsletter and you will get every month the valuable knowledge and exercises, physio exercises for your healthy progress. So, see you next time, guys. Bye bye.